Hi, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at compression. The compression can be applied to any of the input channels or the output channels, the mixers, the matrix, anything like that. The main control you'll see is the threshold. Now the threshold is the point at which when a signal is coming in below the certain point it's not going to be affected, and then when it gets past this certain point it's going to start to reduce the volume as per the ratio. So the ratio is how much it's going to reduce it by. If it's on 1:1 it's just going to do nothing. If it's quite harsh it's going to make it so anything past this point is quite harshly reduced, so all of the loud sounds here are going to be very similar in level to the quiet sounds. The gain is, when set to 0, it's gonna not have an effect. When you've reduced all these loud sounds, you might notice that the vocal, for example, has lost its loudness because most of it would have been in here, for example. In that case, you can increase the overall level again to make up for that gain that's been lost from the gain reduction of the compressor, which essentially now the loud sounds are at the same sort of volume that they were, and the quiet sounds have been brought up and made louder. Over here we've got a sidechain filter again. This doesn't affect the sound, it just affects what the compressor's listening to. So if you've got a kick, you might want to just compress it based on when you hear the click, when it's listening to the attack of the kick rather than the slower bass frequencies. Down here you can store in your library your presets and record them. This is just if the compressor's on or off. And this little window shows you, going along in time, a little mountainous view of when the compressor's kicking in and coming out. Down here we've got different modes of compression. You've got opto, which is based on an optical compressor. You've got punch bag, which is more punchy. You've got manual RMS, which means you've got control over the attack and release times. So as the signal goes above the threshold, how quickly it compresses, and when it goes below, how quickly it will release it again. And then over here we have a parallel mode, which is used for parallel compression, but mostly on the inputs you'll be having that off, I guess. Over here you have a soft knee, and that's just rather than having a harsh angle, so everything up to this point's not changed and everything after that point's getting compressed, you can ease the compression in, and this is more musical, more modelled on something like a valve would have a characteristic like that. Okay, in the next video we'll be looking at delay and routing.